Today I'm going to be installing this AQUASTRONG pull pump that was sent to me so I could do the review. It's a 3 horsepower variable speed pull pump. Let's get it out of the box, see everything it comes with, and get this thing installed. All right, and this is everything out of the box. You've got your manuals and everything right here to show you everything you need to do to get this put together and installed. You've got the basket to go inside, your adapters for your pull pipes, O-rings, thread tape, black tape, everything you need really to install it. Cap, and then your cover for your control. So yeah, I think I've got everything here. Let's go get this thing installed. All right, so I've got my old pump removed. As you can see, it used to be sitting right here. It was an old single stage 3 horsepower pump, and it's just old and getting worn out. So I'm putting this new one in. I'm putting the PVC pipes that feed in. This is the drains that it sucks from, and then the pipe right here goes to the filter. That's where it expels the water. I'm putting compression fittings on it this time instead of just glued in straight fittings. So that way, if I ever need to move or do anything with the pump, I don't have to cut the pipes. I can just unscrew them and pull the whole thing out. So just a little tip that I'm going to add in there makes, maintenance or anything else just that much easier. So I got the pump sitting in place so that way I could get my measurements in. I was able to put the compression fitting right up here on the top, so that can just unscrew anytime I need to disconnect that. And I wasn't able to put a compression fitting over here to the left because it's too short. So I am putting in a threaded connection there so I can at least unscrew it if I need to take it off. Once I get this done, I'm going to wire it up. All right, so I've got the plumbing, it looks like, pretty much done. Threaded fitting on one side and the compression fitting on the top. Now I'm working on the wiring. Wiring's pretty straightforward. I had a 220 volt pump, so this is a 220 volt pump. Wires go right in. 2 black wires go into the black and white, and the green wire goes into the green for ground. And then I'm going to put the chassis ground over here on the side. I think we'll be ready to turn it on. All right, so I've got the pull pump all wired in over here to my wires that I already had. And you have to fill the basket with water because for it to prime itself, it has to have water in there. It will self-prime, but you have to have water. So I filled that in there. It's another reason it's all wet. I used the water hose. It got everywhere. But the basket's full of water. I did turn it on, see how quick it was going to prime. Primed really fast. So it does a good job of priming. Let me go ahead and show you this control panel it's got. So I went through the manual to kind of get an idea of what all of this is. These are preset speeds, and you can actually adjust these speeds in the menu. You can go to menu, and there's all these different things you can set the time. You can actually adjust the speeds of these buttons here. You can set schedules for this. Set the language, of course. You can say if you want it to run dry, or there's actually, let's see, function enabled or disabled, right? So you don't want it to run dry. I'm going to leave it, and then to get out, you just hit escape. And then self-priming, function, it's enabled. That's good. Speed at which it self-primes, 2900. That's good. I'm going to leave all that the same. And I'm going to go back. Okay, so I got the water in there. Let's hit speed 1. Let's hit play. And let's see how, this thing does when it does a self-prime. As you can see, first thing it does when it turns on is go to self-prime. Man, I gotta say, this thing is super quiet compared to our last pool pump. Our last pool pump, you could hear that in the house when it kicked on. This thing is nice and quiet. The cool thing is we have a bunch of water features on our pool, and we can turn them on or off. So if we don't have the water features on and we want to turn them off, we can run this at a slow speed like this. That's the awesome part of a variable speed pump. So when you really need the power, you can kick up the speeds. The RPMs will kick up. It's still in self-priming. So this will stay in a self-priming mode for a little while just to make sure that, everything is primed up properly before it starts kicking up the RPMs to whatever speeds you have, or drops them. Like right now, I can change the different speeds. Now, it does kick up on speed 3 because 2900 it was already on. So now going to 3, it actually kicks it up a little higher to 3200. But if I go below the 2900, it's going to stay in that self-priming speed until it does, everything it needs to do for self-prime. So listen to that. That's on speed 1 at 1200 RPMs. That's still going to move a lot of water. but I mean, I can barely hear that motor. Super quiet. And what I found on the self-prime is it will run self-prime for as long as you set that time. So when this thing kicks on, if you say 5 minutes for self-prime, it will run for 5 minutes to do the self-prime, and then it will go down to these lower speeds here. So I'm gonna go up to speed 2. Still very quiet. The only real noise that I heard change is I can hear the water gushing through the pipes quick. I'm gonna go to speed 3. So now I can hear the motor kicking up. This is probably where we'll run it at. And then if we have all of our water features turned on, we'll probably kick it up to 4. Whoa, which is really moving some water. Wow, very cool. I'm gonna kick it down to a little lower speed. I'm gonna let it run like this for a little while. All right, so check this out. So on speed 1, the waterfall from the hot tub will just basically have water going down the wall. And then you'll see a little bit of this bubbler here. On speed 2, you get this. Now, if I turn the shears on, this shear here and this shear here, which are just water features that look like this waterfall, but it's 3 of them, I have to have it on speed 3. But it does a good job on speed 3. Now we have another water feature in the hot tub that squirts water up a little bit. Supposedly it's supposed to help cool the water down during the summer, but nah, it doesn't really do it. But you know, it's a funny little water thing that the kids like playing with in the hot tub. Well, that will need speed 4 because that uses a lot of water. But man, this thing is awesome. I could kick it down to speed 2. We could let it clean like this all day, or I can just drop it all the way down to speed 1 and let it just circulate the water in the pool. This thing's gonna save us so much on electricity. So I really like this pump, I really do. It's quieter than the big name brand one that we had before. It's got all these variable speed features. I'm loving this pump already. And I hope all of this information was helpful. Thank you very much for watching. Y'all take care.